All right. So he says one of the great ironies of all of this is that scientism, right? And again, we're not talking about science. He's talking about, this notion of scientism. Scientism is not a doctrine of science. Rather, it's a doctrine of philosophy.
Oh man,
Right?
again.
And in fact, he says, here's another irony. Scientism distorts science. By its very nature, science cannot claim to be the only way to knowledge. And he hopes that one of the results of his book will be to equip us to see and explain to others that scientism is not a scientific view at all. And so in this book, he's going to provide us with reasons why scientism is harming our children, destroying the church, and undermining our ability to get a fair hearing for the gospel. So that's what he's after in this particular book.
And so he finishes the introduction here by saying that his problem is not with science properly practiced. He loves science, right? He's made that abundantly clear. His issue are with scientism. Indeed, he believes that part of his life's calling for God himself is to stand against scientism and warn and equip his fellow believers about what scientism is, to show that it's not only false and irrational, but a grave danger. So he says that the book that you have or are listening to here is his attempt to fulfill that calling. And again, I want to go back, and I know he didn't write the forward, but that atomizing spray here, if it's so irrational, if it's so false, if it's such a grave danger, this spurting on of perfume and letting it just an essence of Jesus, if you could turn a phrase there, might not be the proper way of combating this or having the mindset to come up against this. If it's so big and so dangerous, then maybe we need to take a more hardline approach there.
Yeah, yeah. So I think part of what he's getting, or what the Edgar was getting at, was Edgeler rather, was we have to do and say what we're doing with kind of grace and kindness and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Though you'll recall that Greg Koukl, he suggests we should do it like that as well. But his notion is we're putting rocks, right, stones in people's shoes, and so that's so the atomizer is being sprayed, I guess, in their face to kind of irritate them, right? If you want to use that analogy there,
Yeah.
a rock in the shoe is an irritation. And so Coco is suggesting, that's the kind of thing that we're trying to doing, especially if we can't go, completely with the gospel. We don't have time or the opportunity to do that. We want to get people to think about these various ideas. And he thought of it as putting a stone in people's shoes.
Right. So it annoys him a little bit. I'm just saying, maybe instead of a classy gal, we could be kind of a teenager with Axe body spray and just overpower people, maybe just a little bit more. So we're a little bit more on the annoying side.